Hey, what's up? This is Christian Torres. So this is week 7 of the 90-day case study of using Alpha Brain, and I'm gonna actually do a review of what happened last week. So last week, as you can probably remember, I was pretty sick, had the cold, and then so on Monday I actually did not take Alpha Brain because I was taking antibiotics, and from there, pretty much was trying to feel better. I did take it the days after that, but yeah, on Monday I did take, what is it? Yeah, the antibiotics. I bought what is it? Airborne has these like multivitamins, so I bought a whole bunch of those, and then I bought was like some kind of tea with lemon, and then I bought some limes, and then put some was it honey? So cooked that up for myself to soothe my voice, feel better. And now I'm much better than I was last week. So I still get a little bit of a cough here and there, but I'm good overall. And yeah, so for the most part, other than getting sick, I did also have something out of the ordinary that happened. I did get into a little physical confrontation, nothing too crazy, but so on my left hand side of my apartment, well, just like the neighbor on my left hand side, moved in, older Hispanic woman, and I was actually getting up to my apartment, and then her son was there, and he was drunk. This is pretty late at night, and then they start having like a kind of like a bit of a domestic dispute, start arguing or whatever. But when I'm walking by, getting to my apartment, he pushes her on the floor. And then so I talked to her the day before, so I kind of knew her a little bit, but so I'm like, so I get there and I'm like, dude, help her up. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, yo, starts like cussing at me, saying all this other stuff. And then next thing I know, he's up in my face, like getting really aggressive with me. And then at that point, when he got like really close, I just went to like fight or flight mode. So I just basically grabbed him like I hooked his it would be his right arm, and with my left arm like around his head, I kind of did like a head and arm, and I just put him like I just kind of twisted his body, took him down. I did do wrestling for all 4 years of high school and did some jiu-jitsu after that. So yeah, I just kind of took him to the floor. It wasn't that hard. He was pretty drunk, so it wasn't that hard anyways. But once I got him to the floor, I still had him in a head and arm for a little bit. And then after holding them for a little bit, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get the cops because whatever this other stuff happened. So I basically had his while I had him in the head and arm, I ended up like getting his arm closer, and with my left arm, I grabbed his arm, got this part super tight, and then with my right leg, I put it on his right side, and I was just kind of pinned him there. And then he was trying to get up a few times, so I while I had on my left arm, I was holding his right arm. I used my right. I know I'm getting all confused and all technical here, but yeah, I just kind of pounded him like 3 times, and the mom was like, "Stop, stop, don't hurt him." So I stopped, but I told him, "Hey, dude, chill out, chill out." Like I was trying to control the situation a little bit, but yeah. So eventually, I had him there, and he chilled out, and I let him back up, and he was kind of more like, okay, I'm done, I'm out of here. But yeah, like he ended up coming back later, and then I did get the cops, and I don't know, there was this whole thing with the mom, like she messed up her knee, and then she needed to go to the hospital, she was saying. So I called 911, I called the ambulance, I called the police. He came back, the police came. I don't know, this whole stuff happened. But the point that I'm trying to make with all this stuff, it was weird because one of my other neighbors was seeing everything go down, and she's kind of in her, like she's maybe 62, kind of older woman, a white woman, and she kind of saw the whole thing went down when I was coming up, and then the mom got thrown to the floor, and the drunk son was kind of getting wanted to fight me, and I basically took control of the situation, put him down. But when I was getting the feedback from my other neighbor, she was telling me she watched the whole thing go down, and yeah, she told me that he was very like wild and out of control and impulsive, and I came in very calm, very just in control the entire time, and then yeah, just kind of went like into yeah, like kind of fight or flight defense mode, and yeah, kind of took over, took control, and yeah, like she said the entire time I was just very calm, like very just at ease, very peaceful the entire time, even though I'm kind of grappling him to the floor, and then kind of had to pound him just two, three times to kind of get him to calm down. But yeah, I know it's kind of I don't want to make it sound too dramatic, but yeah, it was just, I don't know. I guess I did get into like a bit of a physical flow, where yeah, I just kind of had, it's been years since I've gotten into a physical fight, but yeah, this was one situation where I just, like something had to happen if, he was about to like try to fight me, so I just, put him on the floor. But yeah, so throughout the whole thing, I just want to make the point that yeah, like that day, it was on a Friday, so yeah, I was on alpha brain at that point. It was at the end of the night. So yeah, that definitely, it was interesting feedback to get it from somebody else who was watching the whole thing go down, and she was telling me yeah, that was like very calm, very just kind of in the zone type stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of a crazy experience, something a little out of the ordinary. But other than that, just got a lot of other work done, a lot of things done around the apartment. But yeah, so I know this video is a little longer than usual, and yeah, something kind of crazy happened, so I want to kind of make this video to talk about that. So yeah, if you have any comments, anything you want to talk about, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll talk to you next week. Alright guys, later.